Hi, fire signs. Welcome back to my channel. You're about the inspiration, okay? You're born to love from your intuition, okay? You're the walking example of the lesson of power, okay, fire signs? Fire signs, we're looking at relationship with yourself first to bring in your soulmates. Maybe you're looking at an entrapment. Maybe you're talking to a Gemini person, or maybe you're worried. Okay, maybe an air sign person or air sign person's worried about you, looking at stress, looking at anxiety, about an entrapment. Someone's going to spiritual prison, prison or mental prison. But we're thinking, someone's thinking, into me, I think I'm being conned. Maybe you're thinking fire signs. You look at gossip. Maybe look at a journalist. All right, maybe you're talking to journalists. Or maybe you're thinking of a very clever person when it comes to talking about an entrapment. Maybe look at it and being trying to be adaptable because someone's very curious about your flexibility, about your intellect. Maybe look at being very lively after being in an entrapment. Looking at being very sociable because maybe you're looking at a Gemini, Aquarius person when it comes to maybe their personal expansion. Maybe you're looking at a new horizon, but it seems to be a conflict maybe with Aquarius person. Maybe seen this as a challenge, but maybe you're holding on to maybe a heartbreak because there seems to be stagnations due to obstacles. But you can come out of your entrapment though, fire signs. It seems to be a challenge, obstacles for you when it comes to maybe your inventions. Maybe you're stuck thinking about a dreamer, or you're looking at your inventions, okay? Maybe you're stuck when it comes to inventions, but you're looking at maybe a bigger perspective because you're very unique, fire signs. Always remember that. Look at your inventions with logic, okay? Because I can see you coming out with something very good because you're a very individualistic person. Maybe you're looking at maybe your computer. Maybe you're reading messages from a Gemini Aquarius person when it comes to love, all right? Maybe you're stuck thinking about love, maybe, fire signs, or maybe you're in entrapment when it comes to love, okay? Maybe you're looking at money gained or money lost in a situation because now you're looking at regret. Maybe you regret passing on an offer or an event with a Aquarius person, maybe in your feelings. Maybe you're thinking about a Cancer person when it comes to maybe an offer. Maybe you feel like you missed this person, Aquarius or Gemini person. But Leo, you seem to be in a conflict with a group of people when it comes to your feelings. Maybe people are ignoring your feelings, fire signs. Maybe you look at your wisdom and your knowledge. You look at your own cup of love because it seems to be God's handing you a cup of love when it comes to creativity, opportunities. Maybe you're looking at regrets. You can turn all your regrets into greats because now you're thinking King of Wands. Maybe you're thinking about your feelings when it comes to Aquarius person or Gemini person. Because now you're looking at maybe production, vision, insight. But this masculine can go through the worst. All right. He's got the fire in the belly when it comes to creativity. He's a visionary. He's got the fire in the mind when it comes to creativity. He's very focused when it comes to the connection to heaven and earth. Because he feels like maybe he's missed the connection when it comes to something spiritual. Because he was focused on a third party person. Third party when it comes to the feelings. Maybe someone's looking at regret. Because now someone maybe feels abandoned or unloved. Maybe a Aquarius person. Maybe he's thinking. Maybe a fire sign's thinking. Fire signs. Maybe you're thinking about Aquarius person, Gemini person when it comes to your feelings of regret. Maybe you're looking at this person coming out of an entrapment because somebody didn't want to tell the truth or see the truth or acknowledge the truth. But a person seems to be illuminating their minds when it comes to messages of the soul. Seems to be a challenge and an obstacle, okay? But you can beat this challenge when it comes to maybe vampires and your energy. You're looking at your ducks maybe going in a row because maybe you're looking at messages. Maybe you regret maybe having a conversation about Aquarius person to maybe an earth sign person when it comes to foundation. Maybe you're ready to get your hands dirty, fire signs. All right, maybe look at a new foundation. Because now you're looking at maybe feeling blocked. Your feelings when it comes to a Taurus person. You've got blocked feelings for an earth sign person. You're looking at messages. Maybe looking at fast speed change. All right, maybe looking at change. Maybe looking at actions. Maybe looking at an ending. When it comes to a cup of love, when it comes to your feelings of a two of cup, maybe someone's angry, jealous, fixated, a devil. When it comes to maybe your messages on your pathway with a Taurus person. When it comes to Queen of Swords, going within to seek the truth. They're thinking about maybe success. Maybe you're thinking at work or someone's working on their self-mastery. Maybe think about a Queen of Cups, heartbroken because of a clash. Conflict. Seems to be a conflict when it comes to your feelings, fire signs. Maybe you're mostly focused on work, but it seems to be a regret when it comes to an offer, when it comes to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. That's your foundation when it comes to your spontaneous attitude. But you're looking at your foundation when it comes to knowledge, wisdom, when it comes to self-mastery. You seem to be looking at maybe a message when it comes to a fight with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. It seems like you don't have no feelings for this person. Maybe you feel this person works on entrapment, so now it seems to be challenges, obstacles, delays, vampire energy. Someone's in their feelings, maybe for a Cancer person, in regret when it comes to maybe taking an offer. When it comes to money matters with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Because you're looking at Earth Angel, or you're looking at patience. Maybe you're blending your emotions when it comes to the yin and the yang, the dark and the light. Because now you're looking at Earth Angel. Maybe someone's talking about Earth Angel when it comes to maybe someone's confidence, pride, looking at patience. Maybe someone's very patient. A Queen of Swords is very patient. Maybe you see a battle with a Queen of Swords. Maybe a Queen of Swords gave you an offer and you passed it up, and they look at betrayal when it comes to Queen of Swords. Maybe seeing the Queen of Swords come out of entrapment of the mind and come to calmer waters. Alright? This is a person that is very honest. They know their needs and their wants. They're very cutting with their words, but very soft when it comes to the heart. Someone's looking at maybe someone's emotions, because they understand about emotions and life. Because now you look at someone's balancing when it comes to the heart and the head. Remember, the heart is the seat of the soul. Maybe you regret breaking this person's heart when it comes to stagnations, obstacles. Because now this person's looking at your decisions when it comes to maybe your feelings, when it comes to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Maybe you're analyzing your own feelings when it comes to maybe a Queen of Swords, when it comes to a battle, an obstacle, delays. Because now you're looking at a truth wasn't told. Somebody didn't want to acknowledge the truth, maybe a Cancer person, when it comes to holding on to the Grand Reaper. Maybe someone was very possessive and holding on to your belongings when it comes to work. Looking at possessiveness, maybe looking at divided loyalty when it comes to Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords invited you, okay, as a blessing, and someone brings stagnation. Maybe you're thinking of how to come in reliable, because maybe you're thinking of maybe being more single, more self-sufficient. Maybe you think this person is very loving, very self-sufficient, very psychic, very intuitive. She looks like the cup of love, all right? She has sincere feelings. She goes from her sincere feelings, okay? Because you look at groundship. You look at a situation where someone's very loving, very nurturing. Maybe they feel your feelings when it feels like you don't have feelings for a Taurus or a Capricorn person, because it was like about an entrapment. Because now you're seeing this person, Aquarius person, coming to calmer waters. Maybe you feel this person had patience when it comes to writing you letters for 5 years. Maybe you're looking over these letters with a Taurus or a Capricorn person or a Cancer person, and now it's become a battle. Someone's bringing tension. Someone's stirring the pot. An Earth sign person when it comes to the other side of this blessing. When it comes to the cup of love, someone's stirring the pot about God's blessing. Because someone's doing manipulation, or someone's manifesting, holding on to a Queen of Swords when it comes to love, babies, engagements, proposals. But it went to a Four of Cups, a Four of Pentacles. Instead, somebody went in for greed, desire for long-term security. So they bring obstacles and delays because somebody wasn't telling the truth. A Cancer person, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, when it comes to God's blessing. Now there seems to be heartbreak. Because now we're looking at someone coming to calmer waters, because someone's holding on to being single, or somebody was holding on to an Earth sign person when it comes to their independent wealth. Maybe this person had a choice between two, and now they're trapped in their own mind now when it comes to a decision. Too many decisions. Look into your intuition. Focus on your work. Maybe someone's looking at being very dedicated to their self-mastery, but somebody who's being very overcritical. Could be a writer when it comes to stalking an air sign person and stealing the intellectual property for an earth sign person to look independently wealthy. But somebody wasn't telling the truth, were they? That earth sign person was single. No, they were lying. So now we're looking at stalking, thinking, All right, fire signs. Fire signs, it seems to be you're looking at patience of a Queen of Swords, a single person. Maybe you're in a decision, a difficult situation when it comes to a critical decision. Maybe looking at stagnation, because now you're looking at passion. Maybe you want to go towards this person, but you went past this person. And now maybe you're stuck, fire sign, when it comes to being patient with your own mind, thinking about an entrapment, spiritual prison, mental prison. Because now you're looking at a Queen of Swords coming out of restrictions, thinking about this passion with you, because it brought too many obstacles. Someone stirring the pot, an earth sign person when it comes to the foundation of God's Two of Cups, because you went to give investments to a Taurus person, or maybe you want to come passionately and give equal give and take to a Queen of Swords, because investments went to a Taurus's foundation of this Queen of Swords information. We're looking at fraud, we're looking at stagnation, we're looking at heartbreak, because you didn't come in reliable to a Queen of Swords. So now maybe you're in regret, but you can turn all your regrets into grace when it comes to knowledge, wisdom of your own experiences. Maybe you're looking at your wish fulfillment for a Aquarius person when it comes to sending a message. But maybe you feel like you backstabbed this person, broke this person's heart. You put them in stagnation when it comes to worries, anxiety, betrayal, backstabbing. Because you didn't give it equal give and take. You stirred the pot with a Taurus person when it comes to a Queen of Swords, or a Taurus person stirred the pot. But somehow you're still looking at, you're still happy about these messages from a Queen of Swords. Maybe looking at this person as maybe a healer or a star, or a beginning of someone being a performer. It's your wish fulfillment to go to the community, maybe with a romantic gesture. Maybe you're in love with this person, that's the truth. You want to collaborate with this Queen of Swords. But maybe, fire signs, you're looking at a decision. Maybe you took it from the eyes or emotions and decision from a Cancer person, a King of Cups. Bad advice. Maybe some of you are thinking about a King of Cups when it comes to advice, or maybe it comes to a decision. You're looking at this person dead in the eye when it comes to reliability, when it comes to organizations. Maybe you feel in love with this Queen of Swords, but you're also, for some of you, looking at King of Cups. Maybe he wants to hold on to you being single, reliable, so you can take that information to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person to give his fulfillment when it comes to him maybe being a spiritualist, maybe, or religious person. But we're looking at maybe you and in your feelings. Maybe in your feelings, you could be a Leo, planetary Cancer person. Maybe you're working on reliability when it comes to a new foundation. Maybe you're working on apology to a Queen of Swords. Or maybe you took advice and information and you shared it with a King of Cups and a Taurus person at work to bring in their financial independence. So now we're looking at difficult situation. Somebody needs to move away maybe, or someone wants to come passionately to a Queen of Swords. But it seems to be a foundation where somebody was stirring the pot, and now there's a very hostile environment when it comes to you and a Queen of Swords, or you a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Cups, or you're in love with a Queen of Swords and you want to come in mature but you don't know how to, so you're worried, anxiety, stress, or maybe she was stressed about you and now she's come to calmer waters in the mind because she understands you went promiscuity with a Taurus person for gifts, generosities that person needed. So you're looking at a high class prostitute. So that's bringing calmer waters to the Queen of Swords, because if there was there's no competition, nothing to really worry about then, is it? So obviously it's a karmic situation. So it's for you to just learn your karmic lesson. Maybe you can't look at this Queen of Swords when it comes to the foundation of your happiness because you took advice from a King of Cups. Somebody that was acting like they were holding on to maybe being independently wealthy, but they were holding on to a Taurus over Capricorn person. So now maybe fire signs, you're looking at this King of Cups in regret. But now you're looking at a balanced King and Queen of Swords being guided by God, God's cup of love. Maybe looking at the foundation, the letters, when it comes to God's downloads, when God said, tell Adiwali Kinwa Badi the truth. Instead of him coming with any conversation, he went to a King of Cups and a Taurus Capricorn person. Or maybe you feel this regret, you want to turn it into great, because now you probably feel like this Queen of Swords is your counterpart, because now you've got King and Queen of Cups. Maybe you feel this person has the same maybe mentality when it comes to your thoughts, when it comes to the wise and the otherwise. And maybe you feel this person has the same emotions as you when it comes to telepathic communication, when it comes to romance, when it comes to feelings. Maybe you feel this feelings is the same as yours when it comes to Queen of Swords. But someone's lying. A Cancer person, when it comes to maybe being demonic with a Taurus or Capricorn person, acting like they're holding on to being single, but they're not. Someone's lying, stealing, cheating, trying to get away with it. Someone's masquerading as a friend. Maybe lied and said maybe they know a curious person. Take it as it resonates. But you're looking at King of Cups. Lying, flying around like a fucking nuisance. So now you make it seem this fly on the wall, clapping his hands. He's rubbing his hands now. And now maybe he's watering his head. I can see this fly. What the fuck is he doing? He's literally, the fly was literally like, he's putting water on his face. Like, what the fuck have I done? It's like he's having a wake-up call. That was crazy. I literally saw everything that fly was doing right here. He said this person is the fly on the wall, taking all this information and giving it back to a... He came back. He's coming back. He's giving it back to a Taurus, a Capricorn person, or a Capricorn person, Taurus person is giving it back to the King of Cups. So now there seems to be feelings of regret. Fly, don't come back here. I don't like flies as is already. Ugh. Nah, man. This one's acting like a fly on the wall. So it's not when Adiwali's gonna die, or if he's gonna die. It's how the masses are gonna find out when it comes to the fly on the wall. Because with God, eyes is everywhere. And this is what these people didn't see. There's eyes everywhere. So now there's a fly on the wall when it comes to someone holding information, holding the truth, or holding their feelings. Because King of Cups is holding on to a Taurus or Capricorn person when it comes to properties, when it comes to intellectual properties. When it comes to the Pentacles, it could be homes, it could be houses. Homes and house, same thing, isn't it? It could be material. But somebody was being very possessive. Because now we're looking at work. Someone was working with an earth sign person, but lying that they were single, but they're not. They were the King of Cups and the King of Wands. Oh yeah. So now we're looking at feelings. Now someone's sulky, touchy, and being unstable. The fly on the wall. The King of Cups, or a Taurus or Capricorn person when it comes to someone's love affairs, when it comes to someone's romantic attachment. Someone's looking at someone's creativity when it comes to art, and now that art has become drama in pajamas, because now somebody went to bed with the devil and now they're waking up in hell. Oh yeah. Cancer person tried to stop someone's movements, but you can't. Because now the fire signs is now looking at being the greatest by turning all regrets into greats and being a soul, having a human experience. Now they've centered the feminine and masculine energy within oneself. The King of Cups, the Queen of Cups when it comes to emotions, and the thoughts when it comes to a reaction is matched with the thoughts, the words. Do you understand? So now we have the feminine and masculine energy in one person. Now someone is not happy about that situation. If somebody tried to stab someone behind the back, a Taurus or a Capricorn person, a luring, stalking, possessive, obsessive person. Obsessed about God's Two of Cups when it comes to Queen of Swords and a King of Wands. So now we're looking at maybe emotional home, nurturing. We're looking at maybe especially a mother figure or maybe family roots when it comes to maybe King of Cups or maybe the earth sign family when it comes to Diradora. Oh yeah. And Taurus, Genevieve Nadia and the rest of their family when it comes to supporting the emotions and the thoughts of this King of Wands, or the family of the Earth, of the fire sign family. Now we're looking at affairs at the end of life. Because someone's been guided, the divine masculine has been guided to look within themselves when it comes to work, when it comes to intellectual property, when it comes to your ancestors' intellectual property. This masculine has been guided. Could be a mentor, could be a spiritualist, or maybe he just wants to marry the Queen of Swords, and someone is very, very jealous. Oh yeah, lying, stealing, cheating, acting like a friend. A past person, maybe a water sign person at work with a Queen of Pentacles. So now, fire signs, you see this Queen of Swords not just as emotionally the same as you or intellectually same as you. Now you're saying, Bumbaras, that is my power couple. And we're going into a massive success on our pathway. Now someone is upset because now you're understanding this person is your perfect match in every single way. This Queen of Swords, when it comes to intellect, when it comes to earthly goods, when it comes to emotions and inspiration, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, but it looks like this Queen of Cups, this Queen of Wands, and this Queen of Pentacles wants to stab this air sign behind the back by using a Gemini person, maybe someone familiar at work. Gemini person is looking at this burden Sagittarius person when it comes to this battle or feeling unloved. Now you've got justice for the King of Wands. When it comes to karmic cycle, now the Wheel of Fortune is in your favor. All right, fire signs, remember, walk in love, talking truth. Love you guys. Bye.